Hey everyone, hope you're having a great week. We're going to dive straight in today to social media tips. So, to give you kind of an idea, today we're going to talk about different social media tips, do's and don'ts, some basic things. And a lot of you will probably know this, but it's going to be a great refresher. Tomorrow and Thursday, we will be diving into Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Really going through the details of each platform, the do's and the don'ts, how to use it, and how to make it work for your business, okay? So, like I said, and like I always say, take out a pad of paper, get a whiteboard, something, and start taking some notes. Before we start, take a couple minutes and, like I said yesterday, do a current situation analysis. Where are you at currently? What currently is happening on your social media pages and what currently is growing your business? It's super important to know where you're at, what you're doing, and basically how you're getting there, right? Because we're going to dive into a lot of different things and throw a lot of stuff at you, and I want to make sure that you're just picking up from where you currently are. If you're already doing some of these things, don't start over, guys. This is a great way to really grow and do things. We have touched on some of these before, but I'm hoping to take it a bit more into detail and really help you know what it is that you need for your social media pages, okay? So, the first thing that I want to talk about is content. This is going to be universal across all platforms. You need some form of content. Instagram, this might be a picture and minimal text. Twitter, this might be a certain amount of words in your tweet, linking it to a blog, a website, or whatever it may be. Facebook, it might be a short post talking about an oil. The content is going to be a bit different depending on the platform. However, you need content in all platforms. All social media, you have to have content. And this is probably the area where most people struggle. Okay? Most people struggle with their content. Be smart, guys. Keep it simple. Be smart with it. Don't overdo it, okay? Don't post so many different times in a day. Be strategic. I recommend posting at least 3 times a week. If you can do a post a day, that's perfect. That is much better. If you need to do a couple extra posts in a day's time because something comes up, that's fine. But don't be that person that shows up in someone's newsfeed every single time, okay? You don't want to be super annoying for posting 3, 4, 5 times a day. So be smart with the content and when you post it. That's super important, okay? So many times people ask me, what is the best time to do post? Okay, this really depends on you and your demographic. Who's on your page, where you're at in the world, so on and so forth. So what I want you to do is try a few tests. 1 week post in the morning, 1 week post in the evening, 1 week do a few posts in the morning, a few in the evening, some in the afternoon, whatever it may be. Do some testing to see where you get the most results because that's going to be the best time to post for you within your demographic and what you have. Super important to remember. The other thing that I want to remind you is be real and be fun. People don't want to learn about novels and novels and novels of information. So if you're a green personality, this might be a bit hard for you. Green personalities want to put in all of the information, give all of the details, go over all of the stuff, and let them know everything that they know about that topic. That's not what you want to do on Facebook. You want to give them some fun ideas, give them some fun information, and give them a reason to contact and work with you, a reason to engage. Okay? Don't give them an entire novel on lavender oil. Give them a few sentences. Now, that doesn't mean cut yourself short. If you need the content and you need more content, then absolutely use it. Okay? But as a whole, don't go overboard. Don't be crazy with what's going on. Okay? The other thing is going to be creative. Okay? This goes along with being fun, but really be creative. Take the time to think about creative ways of using your oils. Teach people how to use the product. So many people that are not in Young Living are not familiar with essential oils. They just don't know how to use the product. Okay? Be real with people. Now, yes, we know the oils have many benefits and they do many things. But as hard as it may be, not everyone believes those things, okay? So be creative and give practical, normal uses that people can use. I will be honest with you. I have thousands of friends on Facebook, and a lot of them are Young Living distributors. I get very, very angry and frustrated when I see Young Living distributors doing posts that are not compliant. They're doing Facebook Lives that are not compliant. Remember, every single time you do a post like that, you're jeopardizing my business and every other distributor's in the world's business and Young Living as a company. So I tell my team all the time, if you're posting content that is not compliant, you're being extremely selfish, because you will not only hurt yourself, but you will hurt all of our businesses and Young Living as a company. So you need to be creative and fun with your post, teach people how to use them in practical daily lives, and remember to be compliant. This is not an option, guys. Content must be compliant. End of story. If you are online and you're seeing things happen that other distributors are doing, I don't say to do this much, but please tell them, remind them, help them. And if it keeps happening, report them, because this stuff will get us in so much trouble. You have to be compliant. Okay? Content should educate and excite people. The goal of our content is to constantly educate and teach them about Young Living, to teach them about the product, to teach them about the benefits and what goes into the products, okay? Teach about the history of the product, how product has been used historically in the past, what people do with the product. Talk about bath salts and all the fun things that you do in your make and take classes. Talk about how to use it in a daily life. So pick a career or a person. So let's say a stay-at-home mom, a stay-at-home dad. How would they use oils on a daily basis around the house? So let's just make up scenarios and then come up with ways they would implement the product in that scenario. Okay? Be creative and have fun. Let people see that you're having fun, and that's going to help excite them about the product. If they know you're excited and they can see that through your post, it's going to help them be excited about the product. Okay? So again, be smart, be fun and creative, educate and excite people, and please, please, please be compliant. I don't want to lose my Young Living business, and I know there's millions of other distributors out there in the world that don't want to lose their business. Think about that before you say something. Think about that before you make a claim that can really cause issues for everyone. Be compliant. Now, one last thing on compliance. Sorry, I've gotten on a soapbox here. If you're struggling and you feel like your hands are tied, please message me. There are ways to say anything and everything that you want to say in a correct and compliant way. Please message me. Ask questions. I will help you to make sure you know how to be compliant. But don't post something if you're questioning if it's compliant or not. And definitely don't post something if you're just doing it with the idea that, oh, you're going to get away. Because distributors are starting to crack down. You will get reported to Young Living at one point or the other. It's not worth it. I'm not the type of person where I'm going to go around and report people. I don't have time for it. However, I know people are. I know when I first did a post, when I first started as a distributor, I did something that was not compliant and I was turned in. You don't want that, guys. Stay compliant, have fun, make it work. Okay? Now I want to talk about the rule of 80-20. This is something that I live by, something that I think is 100% important and a must, and this again is across all platforms. Okay? 80% of your content should be designed to educate. So everything that you do, 80% of the post, the tweets, the pictures and stuff that you put on Instagram, 80% of that should be to educate. This is how we use lavender oil. Have you tried it? This is how we use Thieves Household Cleaner. Did you know it does this? These are the types of posts that should be the majority of what you're posting about. Okay? The next should be 20% should be sales and recruiting. After you've educated, and that's the majority of your post, it's okay every now and then to say, hey, check out this amazing starter kit. Again, educate in that post though. This is what the starter kit is, and then have a call to action to invite them to purchase. That's what you need to be doing, okay? 80-20, remember that. Now, I'm also going to tell you this. I see this all the time, and again, this is another soapbox of mine, and it drives me crazy. I will see a Young Living distributor that will post something like, I'm supporting stay-at-home businesses. I want to buy. Post your business in the comments below. I've seen that post. I've seen, I'm about to do my monthly auto ship. If you'd like anything and to benefit from free shipping, message me. I have seen over 50, probably more than that, different chain messages from people, and then one Young Living distributor does it, and the next thing you know, there's thousands of them doing it. Guys, back to what I said, that's not being creative, smart, or fun. Create your own content and educate 80% of the time, okay? Make sure you're doing that. There's nothing wrong with doing those if that's what you want to do, but you're not going to grow your business that way. If you structure your social media the correct way to do this, and you set it up correctly, you're going to succeed. But by simply copying all those things, it looks like you're begging for business. You come across as you're begging, and then people don't buy. They feel pressured. And guess what? That's why people don't like MLMs or network marketing, because they don't want to feel pressured. So make sure you remember that when you do those posts, okay? So again, 80% of the time is to educate, 20% of the time should be sales and recruiting, okay? Now, personal pages versus business pages. Again, be smart here. Your friends are your friends. They're not your friends because they want to learn about Young Living, okay? Now, up until a while ago, I never did any posts on my personal page. However, my personal page has now become a complete business page. That is my business page, and that's what I use for business mainly. So you might see a few more posts. Don't be that person to do that. Have your separate personal page. I now have a different personal page where I don't have any of my students. I don't have any Young Living people. It's just my friends, and I don't even talk about Young Living. That's how it needs to be. Now, Young Living is a passion for so many of us. Share that passion. Be creative and do posts. If you're going to post on your personal wall and that's what you decide to do, stick to the rule of 80-20. 80% of the time, talk about your life. Talk about what's going on in your family. And then 20% of the time, incorporate Young Living into that, okay? So instead of educate, sell, it's personal business if you're using your personal profile page. If you're not, then no worries, okay? Just don't drive your friends crazy. You don't want to be that annoying person that everyone avoids because you think you're the crazy oil lady or man, and then they just don't want to deal with you, okay? And again, this varies a bit depending on social media platforms. We will dive more into that as we talk about each individual platform and how to use them, but it does vary. Again, be smart, okay? So, when do I advertise? This is another question that I hear all of the time, and I tell people, first, get established. Have a page, okay? Have it set up. Have a name. Have likes. Be established. The second thing is be consistent, okay? Be consistent. Consistently posting, consistently answering the comments and interacting, okay? So many people tell me, oh, I want more interaction. I want more interaction. Well, are you liking all of the people's comments? Are you answering their questions? Are you interacting with their thoughts or the ways that they've used them? Do this. It's going to help your page to be seen more. It's going to get them more interactive, and they're going to know that they can work with you. People don't comment and interact if they don't know that they're going to be answered. So do that. After these things are done, that is then the time to advertise. But until you do that, don't waste your money. Save your money, establish your page, be consistent, and then advertise, okay? So, can I be personal on social media? This is another question that I get all the time, and the answer is yes. There are ways to do social media where you can be personal. You can have that one-on-one connection with someone. Social media is simply the means to get to know that person and to deliver your message. You still can talk with them. You still can meet with them if they're local. You still can connect with them and so much more. So don't let that stop you if you believe you cannot be personal with someone, okay? Take the time and make it happen. Okay, in conclusion, seriously, just remember this. It does take time. Social media does not grow overnight. It does not develop in short amount of time. Be patient, be consistent, and start applying these principles. Please let me know what questions you have. I'm excited to talk more about Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram this week. They are great ways to really grow your business and be successful. Have a great week, guys.